two register pieces show the same idea. One is a weekend project that indexed about 560,000 home pages. It cost roughly $10 of rented GPU time. The other is a classic operator fix. Plug the PIC Minicomputer back in and restart a print run. Both are targeted, practical systems work. Alex Morley Finch built Marlin, a personal search index for niche web content. The write-up says Marlin cataloged about 560,000 home pages. It used less than 1 gigabyte of disk storage. The GPU time rented cost roughly $10. Marlin has 4 main parts. A fetcher grabs domains. A worker calls a small OpenAI-compatible language model to produce names, short summaries, categories, and tags. A steward filters out low-quality pages. An API and Web UI provide tracking and search. Marlin stores summaries, not full HTML, and limits crawling to home pages. An on-call reader called Wade wrote about PIC. He built a mail-order app on a PIC Minicomputer in the mid-1980s. In early 1990, a clerk unplugged the machine during a print run. Wade was called in, plugged it back in, booted and verified data over a couple of hours, and restarted the print run. Both stories deliver a practical lesson. Scale is not the only measure of value. Marlin shows a focused index can be useful and cheap. The PIC anecdote shows a simple operator action can fix a major outage. Match scope and tooling to the problem to gain speed and reduce cost. Marlin is a useful blueprint and a caution. Letting the model invent categories produced 671 distinct categories. It generated over 121,000 tags. Many categories and tags were used only once. The author built a manual merge tool to normalize the taxonomy. Marlin reduces storage, compute, and scheduler cost. It doesn't store full HTML and limits crawling to home pages. The initial crawl returned more than 90% corporate and documentation sites. The author added weighting to prioritize desired content. Those design choices reduce cost, but narrow coverage. Practical opportunities include vertical indexes for artists, niche research, or archives. A small Marlin-like stack is a low-cost teaching tool for crawling and LLM integration. The write-up says the code will be published as open source. The limits are practical. Marlin's approach generates tag proliferation that needs manual cleanup. Crawl prioritization requires more engineering to scale. The PIC story shows single operator fixes work, but rely on tribal knowledge. Organizations should capture that knowledge for repeatable reliability. Timeline in brief. Marlin write-up published August 13, 2026. On-call story published August 14, 2026, referencing the mid-1980s and early 1990. Marlin stopped after indexing about 560,000 home pages. Takeaway: prototype narrowly and cheaply to test fit. Capture operational knowledge so fixes become repeatable. Marlin shows a low-cost path to niche indexing. The PIC story shows simple operator fixes still matter. The sources are in the description. Read the Marlin write-up for architecture details. Read the on-call piece for the PIC anecdote. Both links are included in the video description.